Okay. All right, now let's start to work. So I'm going to now just slightly just tap forward, so starting to warm up the hip flexor. Okay. Just a little tap forward. Let's bring the arms in. So I'm going to do an opposite arm. I'm just going to do opposite arm. We're going to do 2 more. 1 and 2. Now I'm going to place my hands onto the pelvis and I'm just going to rock it forward and back. Bring yourself forward and back. Forward, as far forward as we always do, pushing forward and coming back. And then when you find your position to the center, you're going to stand up nice and tall, and then you're just going to hip hitch. Yeah, I'm just going to hitch up through the hip. There we go. And then one more on the right and then the left. And then just place your hands just somewhere onto the ribs. And then we're going to come around into our little circles. Alright, and then we're going to go around to the other way. There we go. 3. Okay. Open your arms, bring them forward. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Now you're going to drop your right ear down to your shoulder and allow the neck to relax. And then take your head round and then coming on to the other side. And drop the chin, round we go. Over to your right side. And then round we go. And allowing the weight of your head just to be heavy on the top, and then coming into the center. As I come into the center, I'm just going to allow the weight of my head just to bring my crown of my head down. 4. Yeah. Now I'm going to lift up, push the shoulders back, and then look back. Okay. And then just lower the shoulders down away from the ears. So to make sure that we are relaxing the shoulders as much as possible, as much as we can, because sometimes we're not even aware that we're holding our shoulders tense. Remember all the work that we did last week on our shoulder mobility and strength. Okay, lower the shoulders, then give me a side bend. That's it. 2 more. 1 and 3. We're going to circle around on the right arm and then into the left. As I'm circling, I'm going to stand up nice and tall, lifting my ribs away, lengthening out, as we always do. Okay. Now I'm just going to take my hands down, just place them at the side of you or here, right? Wherever you want to. And I'm just going to take the heels away. So as I take my right heel up, I'm going to bring my left arm forward. Can you see I'm leaning into it slightly? So it becomes a pedal push with a mini squat. So we're warming up the knees. That's it. 2 more. 1. Now on my second one, I'm going to bring my arms down. I'm going to come back up to the top. I'm going to lift the arms into the front raise. I'm going to open the chest and then come in and lower. On my next one, I'm going to go into a rotation, round to my right side only. So round to my right, into the center, close the arms together and lower. Front raise the other side. Front raise and then rotation. There we go. Center and then in and lower. 2 more. So we come up and open. We go around to the right. And then in and lower, and then 1 more, up and open, and then round to the left, and then bring yourself hands together and lower down. Now the hands come down towards the thighs. I'm going to do our first roll down today. So rolling down, hands down towards the floor, yeah. And then bringing it back up. Inhale, exhale, and then we bring it back up. Yeah. And the shoulders back and down. Let's do it again. So you round off the shoulders, round off the shoulders, and then Let the head be heavy, and then we roll up. Roll up. Hands on top of the shoulders, take the feet out a little bit wider. I'm going to come down, not into a full squat. I'm just going to bend the knees, hands on top of the shoulders. 2 more. 1. And the hands are there because we're going to move them. Okay, so I'm going to take my right arm over the top, and then I'm going to do a shoulder press in the center. I'm going to take the left arm over, and then a shoulder press in the center, and then I'm going to come into my sit down. 1, and then 2. Okay, so right arm drives over to the left side, then you come into your shoulder press, and then you come out onto the other side, and then into a shoulder press, and then you finish on 2 sit downs. You start to warm up those big muscle groups. Okay, I'm going to lower my arms down. I'm going to come into a side bend right, and I'm going to bring the arms forward as I sit down. And to the other side. To my side bend, and sit down. And again, side bend, sit down, last one. Side bend, and sit down. I'm going to do an abduction of my right leg. 1 and then 4, yeah? 3, and then 3, last one, and then 4. Bring that leg in. Now give into a side bend and then into a squat. I'm going to come in on left side into abduction. 1, that's it. 2 more, 3, last one. You're going to do a side bend on your left and then coming into your sit down. That's it, lovely. Circle around over onto the right arm, and we're going to go from the top. All right, so we're going to pedal push the feet, and then the opposite arm. So as I lift through my right heel, I take my left arm forward, and I come down low. Now I'm going to start to make it a bit deeper. So I sit down into a little squat. 4, 3, 2, 1. I come up to the top. I bring the arms up and open. I rotate to the right. And then come in and lower. And then the other side. So you come up and open. You rotate around to the left. And then in and close. Your hands come down to the thighs. So that then tells me I'm going to come down. Then I'm going to take the arms down, hands down to the floor. Touch the toes, both hands touch the toes, and then roll up. Okay, so roll up, shoulders back and down. Lift the arms and lower. Then we're going to do one more roll down. Okay, one more roll down. One more. Inhale, exhale, and then we're going to lift back down. Take the arms up. Now I'm going to do a side bend on my right, and then I'm going to do a sit down. And a side bend on the left, and then a sit down. 2 more, so I'm going to come out to my right, and then down, and then 1 more, out to my left. Okay, now I'm going to take the hands on top of the shoulders, and I'm going to take the right leg out a little bit wider. I'm going to come down for 2, 1, and then 2. I'm going to take the right arm over the top, I'm going to do a shoulder press, and then arm over the top and shoulder press. I'm going to do 2 sit downs, but this time I can come down a little bit deeper. And then I go over the top. My last section. And then 1 more. Take it up into a shoulder press. Then open the arms and bring the back of the hands together. So I do 1 and 2. Now I'm going to open the arms up to the ceiling, and I'm going to slide the ribs. Slide, nothing else moving, just from the waist up. Bring the back of the hands together, so we come around 1 and 2. Open through and slide. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lower the arms, step forward. So you're going to lunge forward on the right, and then on the left, yeah, lunge forward. That's it. So we lunge it forward on the right and then on the left. Okay, so I'm going to move it out to the side when I finish the left leg, but I'm not going to do a lunge, I'm going to do a squat. So it's a side squat. Yeah, it's a side squat. That's it. 1. Last time. 2. Lunge it forward. Side squat right. Lunge it forward. Side squat left. And again, so we can go forward for 1. Just getting us nice and warm. That's it. And then out we go. Bring that back in and out to the side. Look over your right shoulder and then over to your left shoulder. One more time. Step out on the right and then over. Bring the back of the hands together. For 1 and 2. Now bring the right arm across the body. We're going to turn the hip. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now the legs are wide. I'm now going to lift over on my right arm to the corner. Over, yeah. Over. Now I'm going to take the right arm across the body. So I'm coming across. 2, 3. Okay, bring the back of the hands together so we come round 1 and 2. Now you bring the right arm across the body and then the left arm across and then the right arm across and left. And then you bend the knees and you push into the corner. Yeah, 2, 3, and then right arm across for 1, bend, 2, and 3, and 4. Lovely. Take your arms down, relax your shoulders away, and then circle around. 1 and 2. Just take the right arm across the body. It's just a short stretch. Okay, and then to the other side. Just look over your shoulder. Okay, I'm going to bend the knees. I'm going to take a lovely deep breath in, out, 1 more time. Okay. All right, ladies, grab just 1 weight, okay? Just 1 weight. Okay, just 1 weight. So I'm going to take my weight into my right hand, right? So just remember, let's just do a little sort of check through our exercises, because it has been some time since we've done, I think it was November, since we've done our weights together. Okay, so your shoulder down and away from your ear. So let the weight bring your arm down. Okay, hand to the side. Let's go straight into our side bend. Nice and easy. Let's start off easy. 3 and 4. I'm going to bring the weight in front of me and I'm going to take the hands on both ways. I'm going to step out. I'm going to step across to the left leg. I'm going to step out and then step in with the right. So I step and in. Last time. Step. The weight now comes into the left hand. The right hand comes at the side of the head. And then so we go into our little side bend. So allowing the weight to pull down. Take the weight into the center. Step out on the right. Step in on the left. And then to the other side. You're going to do 2 more. 1. And then last time. And 2. You're going to take the weight into the right hand. You're going to come, your right leg is going to come behind, and then I'm going to tap it in. Yeah, I'm going to do it again. On the right leg comes into a curtsy, and bringing the weight down towards the floor. So it's pulling me down, yeah? But you're not going to keep your bottom high. You're doing the curtsy squat. See how low I am? And up. Okay, so I'll come back up. I've done 4. And now I'm going to bring my arm up to that 90-degree position. And I'm going to lift it up. And I'm going to lower it. When I lower, you see where I am? Stop. Up. And down. That's it. So you're keeping it nice and wide. See my space here? Yeah, it's nice and wide. Okay, I'm going to weight down. I'm going to take it into both hands. And I'm going to just take a little halo all the way around. And then to the other side. Okay. And again, we're going to do one of each. Round on the right. And then round on the left. And then you're going to take the weight into your left hand, and we do a curtsy. Yeah, so I tap, we do a curtsy. A tap, down to curtsy. Tap, one more, down to curtsy. The weight now will come up into that shoulder press position, and then we take it up and lower. Yeah. We lift and lower. That's it. Lift and lower. Last one. I'm going to bring the weight in front of me. I'm going to take both hands onto the weight. I'm going to halo on my left side first. So I'm haloing around on my left. And then I'm going to come around on my right. And then on my left. And then on my right. Okay. So, got the weight in my both hands, my shoulders are down and away from my ears. I'm going to bring the weight up in front of me into a front raise and lower. Yeah, I'm going to bring it up just in front, just like we did when we were doing our front raise. Then we opened the arms and then we did the rotation. Right, so that's all it is, just coming up. Don't come up too high, just come up a little bit too high then. Just to like shoulder height. And again, 2, 1, and then last time, and 2. Then you're going to take both weights, all right, when you take the other weights. You're going to take both weights, and we're going to start on the lower body first, all right? I'm going to explain why I want the lower body first, and then we can work with that. Right, so I'm going to show you from the side. I'm going to start with a split stance. I'm starting with a split stance. I'm not leaning into it, yeah. I'm staying upright. I'm now going to just drop my back knee down towards the floor, and then I'm going to lift up. So you see when I lift up, that heel is raised off the floor, and I'm not coming down, I'm not leaning into it. I'm just dropping the hips down, dropping the back knee, and then I'm lifting up, yeah. I come down, and I come up. That's it. Down and lift. Just get the rhythm first. So we're now thinking about these big muscle groups that we're working. This is now through the lunges, working through the front of the thigh into the quadricep, into the back of the thigh into the hamstring, and then also into the glutes as well. Because if you stand up, squeeze the muscle in the bottom. So the muscle in the bottom is driving you up to the top. Squeeze it and drive. Down we go. Squeeze it and drive. One more. Down we go. Squeeze it up and drive. Okay, so that leg, right, I'm not going to say it's right or left, you might have been doing a different way, but that leg that we were working should be feeling much hotter than the other one. Okay, so I'm going to step out slightly wider. I'm going to keep the weights in my hands, and I'm going to come down into a little squat. Right, now I don't mind I tend to ask you to bring your weights to the side of you. If you do that, I don't mind if you want to do that, but I don't want you to see a lot of this in classes, a lot of that, yeah, lots of that. So it's like the weights are in front, or they're pulling me down, so my bottom's up. This is not a squat, okay? This is not a squat. So that's why if you feel tempted to do that, you take the weights at the side of you. So let's talk about the brain. Okay. Yes, we all just think it's this kind of organ, yeah, don't know much about it, but it's just above your neck, yes, it's in your head. Well, are you aware it weighs 3 pounds in weight, which makes up 2% of your body weight, and it's the only vascular organ in the body, and it's the only organ that can grow, and we are in charge. We can make it grow. So how can we make it grow? So right now we're working our big muscle groups, aren't we? Big muscles. Quads, hamstrings, glutes. And these big muscles need loads and loads of exercise, yeah? Loads of it, because they're so powerful. And the brain loves it, yeah? The brain feeds off this. The brain can grow because bigger muscles mean bigger brain, all right? And the legs are the bigger muscle group, the better, yeah, that we're working with. Now, I'm gonna take the other leg back, all right? Take the other leg back. Sit up, stand up nice and tall. The squats and lunges, whether we like them or not, ladies, are the best exercises to target our lower body, so the biggest muscle groups. And when we work out, we all feel so good, don't we? We've got this lovely feeling. It feels so much better. We never regret doing exercise. Never. I've never come back from a run or a walk and said, not for me, wish I'd have done that. So with legs, our scientists are saying that they love leg exercises, they love walking, they love swimming, they love cycling. But what they love most of all is when you really push those big muscles, which we're doing now. I can see some of you tipping forward. Do not tip forward. Keep the body up. Look at where I am. I've always got my shoulders back and down. Yeah, down I go. One more. Okay, I'm going to come back round to the front and I'm going to come into a squat. I'm going to finish on 8. Okay. So the legs, I want them to feel hot, on fire. Right? If they're not, your weights aren't heavy enough, and you weren't doing it correctly. All right. So remember our squat. Let's go through it again. You lower, and then when we exercise, we release hormones. And one of them, which I've talked about in the past, we've got the adrenal glands release. We've got dopamine, all those sort of happy hormones. We've also got this amazing hormone called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. I have talked about it in some classes before. And when this is produced, when this is released, the brain loves it. The brain is like putting fertilizer on plants, but it's 1,000 times better when we exercise and we produce the BDNF. Along with lots of other hormones as well, but particularly the brain likes this one, right? So think of it like fertilizer, but 1,000 times better. And that's what makes us feel so good. These amazing hormones where we feel much happier when we've been exercising and during exercise. And again, so if I would honestly say, if you've ever felt low, and you start a class, I can guarantee that it will lift you. It might not lift you back to 100%, but it will lift you. It enhances your mood. Now I'm not telling you what I'm doing, am I? So I think you're going to gather, I'm doing a shoulder press. So my arms and I lift up. So now my lower body is resting as I take it up into a shoulder press, okay? One more. I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to bring the weights down. I'm going to bring it down to the side of me, and the elbows are going to stay in nice and tight. I'm going to lift it up into a bicep curl. Down. So, we want to put stress on our bodies, but we want good stress. So So you're learning something right now from me. Yes, I know you know a bicep curl, but I'm giving you teaching points. There's things that you have to learn. And the brain loves learning. Yeah? And this is what makes the brain grow. So from here, tap it behind into a curtsy. Because this is all about, the workshop that I did on the weekend was all about dementia prevention. And you know, 90%, we can actually lower our chances by 90% of dementia. Yeah, it's not my parents have got it, well, I'm going to go and get it. It's not. Yeah, we can control a lot through our lifestyle, and these scientists absolutely love exercise and love BDNF. Yeah, think of it, your fertilizer. Yeah, one more. Lunge forward on the right, lunge forward on the left, side squat right, side squat left. And again, forward on the right, side squat right, forward on the left. Did I say that left or right then? And then side squat left. Okay, lovely. From here, shoulders back and down, bring the weights in front of you, and just slide them up. Yes, so notice my elbows, no higher, yes, and lower. And again, lift and lower. I'm going to do 2 more. I'm going to step forward on my left leg, but this time, rather than a lunge position like this, I'm going to lean into it. You see how I've changed? So we were lunging here, yeah. Now, big split stance. Got my other hand on my thigh, and I'm coming up into a single row. Yeah, single row. So my back leg, the heel is down on the floor. Yeah, heel down on the floor. Stretching out. So I'm going to do 2 more. Pull it up into the armpit. 1 more. Step it in and give me a standing upright row. We're doing a 1 arm bent over row and then a standing upright row. Yeah, upright. So give me a bent over row. So down we go, split stance. Bend into it, pull it up. That's it. Pull up. Up. Two more, ladies, 2 more. Allow the weight to pull you down, coming down, and then pull it up. I'm going to step in. I'm going to take the shoulders back and down. Do a little side bend, all right, and then 2 more. 1 and 2. I'm going to bring the weights in front of me, and I'm going to roll down. I'm going to roll down. I'm going to take the weights onto the floor, and I'm going to take my left hand onto the weight, and my right arm comes to 12 o'clock. Yeah, you see? So I've got a 6 o'clock and a 12 o'clock. And then I'm going to come down, and I'm going to come to the other side. Okay, both hands onto the weights, let the weights go. Roll up. Take the right heel off the floor, pedal push. 2, 3, 4, stand up, interlace the hands and just stretch out towards the upper back. So all that upright row, bent over row, really pulling in through that scapula, yeah, through that posterior delt. Stretch out. Keep going there, ladies, hold up there. And when you're ready, turn your hands to the back. Turn your hands to the back and stretch out your chest. Circle around the right arm for 2 and the left arm for 2. Okay, and then take the right arm across your body, looking over your shoulder. And then over to the other side. Loosen it all off. That's lovely. Okay, so let's come down on the floor together. So taking your weights away from you a moment. And then if you just take your mini ball, all right, mini ball. Let's just take the mini ball between the thighs. So, thighs. So, mini ball between the thighs. Let's lift up to the top. Let's roll it down. Let's roll it down together. Touch my toes. Yeah, touching my toes. Or the floor, toes, doesn't matter. Okay. As I begin to walk my arms away, I'm going to eventually find myself into a down dog. But instead of a down dog here, I want you to make a bigger down dog. All right, so look at my space, look at all of this, yeah? I'm going to take my right hand to my left toe, and then my left hand to my right toe, yeah? So I'm going to do 1 and 2. Now the reason I want you in a big, large downward dog is because you're going to come down towards the floor into a bear pose, okay? So if you're here in a down dog, look what's happening to me. This is really, really uncomfortable. Yeah? So, that's why you do a big down dog. So when I lower my knees, I come into complete alignment from my knees to my hips and my hands to my shoulders. I go back up again. And then I come down into a bear pose. Hold my bear pose. Turn your knees to the right. Turn your knees to the left. Into the center, lower down, child's pose. All right, so I'm just going to remove my mini ball a moment. All right, move my mini ball. Do keep it at the side of you. All right, no, in fact, put it between your knees. Let's go, put it back between our knees, actually. Take your hand weights, all right? Take your hand weights. So we come down together. So let's come down on the floor, okay? Down the floor. Let's just relax a moment. Let's bring the feet in. So the feet now, you're not going to be too close. You're not here. Yes, you're going to hurt your knees. Then also, you're not going to be here because you're going to end up, my hamstrings are going to give up on me after a while. So I kind of want them in their neutral position. I'm going to take the weights and I'm going to take them together. So I'm in a neutral position. Remember, we're never sure if we're in a neutral spine position. Just lift up and come back onto the floor. Yeah, and then your body finds it. When the weights are together, I'm going to hinge at the elbow and I'm going to come back into a tricep. I'm still squeezing the ball, right? So I want to engage my inner thigh, my pelvic floor. About this time now I'm working with triceps. Now, if I feel I understand the tricep, I've got the technique correct, why don't we then squeeze the ball and lift it into a bridge and then hold it into that static contraction into the bridge. So this is where the blood pressure rises. Yeah, this is when the systolic and diastolic blood pressure, it rises because the heart, yeah, and the blood vessels have to work really, really hard, yeah, to keep the blood flowing. They're going to work so hard now. Yeah. But when we relax the muscle, we're going to relax it together. When we relax it, you get metabolic signals that then tell the muscles when the muscle relaxes, it gives metabolic signals to the blood vessels to allow them to relax and allow the blood to flow. And this results in lower blood pressure. Yeah, it lowers the blood pressure. It's not saying one time is going to do it and it's going to lower your blood pressure, is going to reduce dramatically. But this is something that I always bring into my classes, isometric. Okay, hold it there, relax, and so the blood flows. Okay, I'm now going to move my weights so my knuckles are up to the ceiling. I'm going to open my arms and then I'm going to lift up. So I'm coming into a chest press. Yeah, so I'm down and then I'm lifting into a chest press. So we went into a shoulder bridge, we really work into the glutes. If this feels good for you, the chests are big muscle groups, big muscles, much more powerful than shoulders. We can always come into a tabletop, can't we? Yeah, we can always come into our table. So now we are controlling our bodies with our core muscles. So our legs are up, our knees are in line with our ankles. We're still staying in that neutral, nothing has changed. If I'm feeling super strong, why don't we combine the two? So tap down and lift up. But again, I don't want you, if you feel like you're pushing your tummy up to the ceiling, yeah, or your spine is arching, then this is just not for you yet. Yeah? Because this neutral that you're in stays there. It doesn't change. It doesn't change. Not a thing. Not one vertebrae comes out of place. Not one. Yeah. We need two more. One. Last time. And two. Okay. Now bring the weights together and place them down onto your tummy. Take the feet down onto the floor. Tilt the pelvis and then lift it into the bridge. Make sure your weights, you're just holding onto your weights and they're not going to fall down. They're not going to fall down. Okay, so we're lifting and lowering. Squeeze the muscles in the bottom and then lower. And again, squeeze the muscles in the bottom. You're going to do one more. You're going to keep the bridge going. Okay, one more, hold it there. Take the mini ball away and take the mini ball behind the right leg and then come up onto your left. So you're doing 4 bridges on the left side. 2, 3, last one, lower it all the way down, change, and to the other side, okay, and lift. 1, we only got 4, just 4 on each side. 2, you're really targeting those big muscle groups, yeah? Which our professors tell us this is what we should be doing on a regular basis. This, remember, is the biggest in the body. This is what we should be working on every single day. Take your weights off you, yeah. Take your ball to one side and then bring your knees into your chest. And just circle around. I'm going to bring my head, neck and shoulders away from the floor and I'm going to take my hands, I'm going to cup them around my right and I'm going to extend my left leg. So a nice hip flexor stretch there. I'm going to let go of the leg and go, yeah? And again, so this is now a traditional single leg stretch. If this is hurting your neck, because some of these exercises can be really painful for the neck, you know? So you can take your head, neck and shoulders down onto the floor. Okay, you can take them down. Okay. All right, then one more. Now take both knees in, and then with a little breath, we're going to come up into a half roll back position. That's going to come back, and lift up, that's it, back, lift, last one. Okay, now remember the single leg stretch. All right, the single leg stretch. So the single leg stretch, we're here. Yeah? work through the neck. We don't like it, some of us, so we take it down. Okay. This is called a cross crawl. I'm in a V position. You see a V position. So that single leg stretch comes what we call a cross crawl. So then, if you don't like this neck situation, you're upright, your core muscles are stabilizing you. Yes, I know it's harder, but it's an option, isn't it? It's an option. Yeah? And try the ball behind you as well. You go in 2. Yeah? So there we go. 1, cross crawl, 2, cross crawl, 3. Last one, 4. You're into a seated position. And take the toes of your feet together and just press down on your inner thighs. Press away there. And it's nice to be back with our weights as well, isn't it? Nice to get back. We've got 11 more lessons. No, 10 more lessons of weights. 10 more lessons of weights. Hands behind you, and then just take your right ankle over your left knee, stretch out the glute. There we are. Far more effective. If you don't like this, ladies, if you don't like it, then here's your option. For me, I don't really feel that much, so you can come into my option if you want to. It's up to you. If you're not comfortable like this, then cross the leg over. Done it lots of times. Okay, so give your options again. You take the left leg over and through here, or up. Yeah, so try it out. Your body will tell you. You'll know immediately which one works for you. And it also depends on your flexibility. You might not have the strength in your hands to come back here. Yeah, and you may not have the flexibility to bring your leg up. Okay, let's come over onto all fours. Right, from here, this is coming to our little flexion. Push back into a cat 2. Cat 1, and forward, cat 2. Up we go, cat 1, cat 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Take your toes under, lift up into a standard down dog. Heels to the floor. Walk your hands in. Touch both toes. And then slowly roll up. You're ready, shoulders back and down. Lift up, inhale and exhale. Holding on to the wall or take one ankle and hold on. Just stretching through the front of the thigh. And change sides. There. Okay, feet down, take a lovely deep breath in.